never dating another Matt as long as I live. Ever. I hate that name now.
Here's to love.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bachelor Tea Party. Ashley isn't able to join us today, but she will be back next week as usual. So today we've got Married at First Sight star Jamie Otis. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, what's up?
And then we've also got Access's resident Bachelor expert, Lauren Herbert, here to break down last night's episode. Hey, Lauren.
Hi.
Okay, so today we are going to switch things up a little bit by kicking things off with the throwing shade segment because there was just so much of it. How could we not start with this? So first of all, let's talk about Matt actually addressing all of the issues in the house when it came to bullying with the ladies. How do you think he handled it?
I love how he's taking a stand on it. Like, I just feel like it's something that needs to be talked about far more, bullying in itself. And I just love that he's addressing it head on. Like when it was brought to his attention, he wasted no time and totally took control and was like, listen, I'm not going to stand for this. And this isn't what I want in a wife.
I completely agree. I was applauding him. I was watching last night going, yes, Matt, talk about these mean girls. Let's get them out. But I do also need to point out that, yes, Matt, I'm glad that he took a stand against the bullying, but I feel like Katie is the MVP when it comes to taking a stand and calling out the bullying.
He ended up sending Anna home. How do you guys think her reaction was? Do we feel like she's actually sorry, or is she just sorry she got caught?
That's the thing that I was thinking about last night while I was watching it, because was it one of those things where she did hear this rumor and she wanted to just get it out there like every other woman has in the past seasons? There's always been a rumor, but this rumor was a pretty monumental one that, yes, how Matt James said, it could ruin someone's life. Now, did she make up the rumor? Like, that's what I wasn't really clear about.
I feel like if you're a bully and you get caught bullying, a lot of times, like as we see with even Victoria, a lot of times it's, I'm so sorry, that's out of my character, I didn't mean it. Like when you're being held accountable for your actions, a lot of times then you just want to get defensive and like defend your actions. But of course, like her tears, anybody who has a good heart feels bad for someone who's crying, right? But it's like, girl, like you just bullied and it's not cool, and I'm sorry you feel bad now, but like you didn't feel bad before, and what about her? Like what about the other girl? So obviously it was actually very hard to see, and honestly she did seem sincerely apologetic. She genuinely seemed sorry, but it's kind of like too little too late, and you shouldn't have like taken part in that. And that's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of apologetic, Victoria apologized to multiple girls and then freaked out when she had her talk with Matt. What do you think about the way that she was behaving last night?
Goodbye.
Go ahead, Lauren.
I am so glad Queen Victoria's reign is over.
Right.
I feel like she acts a lot like my 3-year-old. I mean, not even kidding. Like, even with like taking the tiara, I mean, who does that? Like, it's like really like, and sometimes when you see something unfold on TV, you're so far separated from it. But imagine being in a room with a bunch of girls, we're all hanging out, and then another girl comes in and you're like, oh, I'm the queen, and you take the tiara. I'm like, that's like where I tell my daughter, no, honey, we have to share. Like, that doesn't belong to you. That's hers. Like, girlfriend, how old are you? Like, what's going on? Like, I would be mortified. Like, I feel bad for her parents if they're watching, like, my daughter acted like this at how old? I just want to say it's not a parenting issue. Like, we all, like, you do your best you can as a parent. Like, my heart goes out to her parents, because, like, I don't know, I really feel like she acts very much like my 3-year-old, and it's really sad. And I know we're going to talk more about, like, when she gets let home, but like that also is like, girl.
MJ also got tangled up in the drama later in the episode. Were you shocked by kind of how that went down? And what do you think about the fact that she actually asked for an apology?
Right when MJ started making those comments, and I'm like, did Victoria just like go into MJ's body? Like, is this Victoria now? What is happening?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, because she just saw Victoria be sent home because of being a bully, like, or, you know, like, I just don't get it. Like, so maybe is she also, she like, wait a minute, like Victoria, like, cause I don't feel like she has a connection. I don't know if you guys are like this, but like when I see them at all together, I'm like, there's no connection there. Like I see, especially when you see some of these one-on-ones and you're like, MJ has no connection with Matt. So it's almost like she's also trying to like, gather her cards. Like, what can I do?
How do I say?
Yeah.
They like pass the villain torch from one to the next and keep my legacy alive. Okay, but we talked with Matt today about all of the drama from last night. So check this out.
All you can do is be a better person for it going forward. I don't think Anna's a bad person. I don't think Victoria is either. I'm hoping that they learn from this and they can be better people for it.
Did you see Victoria on GMA said that it was all in fun and games?
And that's the problem. You know, it's like a lot of people who are on that side of it think of it as that way, and they might be telling themselves that, but trust me, the person who's hearing it every day, it's not fun and games to them. You know, it has serious mental health implications on people, and it's not the type of environment that we're trying to create when you're really getting to know somebody, and no one's going to be comfortable sharing what I need to know about them and what they need to know about me if they feel like they're not safe. And I feel like that onus falls on me to create that environment. And when I found out what was going on, I tried to address it as best I could.
All right, so now that we've discussed all of the shade, of which there was plenty, let's go ahead and get to some of the more romantic moments of the night. What a concept, actual love connections. Rachel and Matt had their one-on-one. How did you feel about their connection?
Okay. Can I start? Because
Go
I have
ahead.
so much to say.
Okay.
First of all, I know no spoilers, just to like put that out there. So I genuinely coming at this, like I love not knowing spoilers because I feel like I just like to be surprised. I know some people like spoilers. Okay. I feel like she's so just vulnerable and just posed. Like she to me is a top runner, like hands down, without a doubt, huge top runner. And the fact, obviously, I feel like I can say that so confidently because I think this is the first time, right guys, that like he said, I love you back.
Well,
There's so much.
I was watching this going, oh my God, just the way he's looking at her and the way they had this connection. And I also need to point out, because I know we've all spotted Matt James. I don't know why every time I say Matt, I'm like, Matt James. That's his whole name. But we've spotted him kissing with his eyes open, okay? Well, I noticed when he was kissing Rachel, his eyes were shut.
Oh, is that the tell? Is that how we know now when he's
I
into
feel
something?
that's when like he's interested in someone. He's actually feeling it. And I mean, I was kind of surprised though, because they've only been on one-on-one and he was saying I was falling in love. So I don't know where that came from though. You know?
I feel like I saw the connection. No, you don't think so? Like the love thing?
100% the connection. But like, it's
To throw it out there.
short amount of time. And we know Matt, he said in the past that he's never been in love before.
Right. But maybe is that why he's like, maybe this is it? Because it's more than he's felt before? I don't know.
I don't know. I felt like I thought the conversation started off kind of awkward. I was like, don't go there, because she's saying how she's like I'm like, girl, don't talk about your flaw, like your flaws first. Like this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
But I feel like he appreciated that kind of vulnerability when there's all these like Victorias who are like, I am queen. And then she's like, I'm actually kind of like shy and timid and I'm a little insecure, but I feel really comfortable with you. And I think I'm falling in love with you. And he's like, a breath of like realness, like a real girl.
Right.
So I mean, but that is actually it's a very good point you bring up, the fact that he's never said I love you. And he's like saying that I feel like I'm falling in love with you too. It's like, whoa. Yeah, that's a huge thing for him to say. Like, oh, if I were her though, I'd be like, I go home with the ring. This is it. Like, that's how I feel like I would feel.
I was gonna ask, how far do you see Rachel going? Do we feel like she winner takes all here?
I think so. Like Jamie said, I don't like reading the spoilers. I don't want to be spoiled whatsoever. but I really do think she's at least going to be top 2.
Another contestant that had a major connection with Matt, Abigail, and she actually got really vulnerable, opened up about the possibility of having children with hearing loss. So what did you think about their connection? I mean, they were so sweet together.
Protect Abigail at all costs. I love her so much.
Okay, so I feel like this is probably not the popular opinion, but okay, let me start by saying I really adore Abigail, and I agree, protect her at all costs. But I didn't see a connection. Like when you're watching them, I don't know. Like I felt like his eyes, like my husband was like, oh, he's not, he didn't even know, he comes in and out of the room and he's like, oh, he's not into her. And I was like, oh, I don't think he is either. And I know that she's like such a sweetheart and she's being so vulnerable. So unpopular opinion, I don't think she's going to go that far. I feel like they have, like she's like was very vulnerable and shared an awful lot with him, and it was challenging things to share. And so I feel like he, of course, like I feel like he responds very well to women who are very authentic and genuine, which I can really get behind, because I mean, I feel like a lot of times women feel like they have to be some sort of way, but what about just being ourselves? Like we can just be ourselves and men can like us for us. And I love that he's kind of showing that. But I don't know, guys, like tell me what you think, because like I feel like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like he was like real, like he definitely had that like vibe in his eyes with Rachel, but like I just didn't see it.
Yeah, and it's hard because Matt is such a nice guy and he's so sweet. And you're right. Like when the women are vulnerable, he shows up emotionally to support them and creates that safe space. But that's not necessarily the same as reciprocating the feelings. So it's like, thank you for sharing. That is amazing. Like, and I think there is genuine appreciation for the girls putting themselves out there. But you're right. It's not like he's giving that energy back, at least in a romantic way for most of them. All right. In the meantime, let's go ahead and close things out with a round of roses or thorns. If you like the moment, you give it a rose. If you didn't like it, it gets a thorn. First up, the way Victoria said goodbye to Matt. Rose or thorn? Thorn. Jamie says thorn.
Rose.
Rose? Oh, wow. I love it when we
let's
get
hear
opposing vote. Why a thorn, Jamie?
I just give her a thorn for everything.
For
Like, I don't want to give her for anything. But that's all I have to say.
Yeah. Okay, Lauren.
I completely agree. But she just went out with a bang, and I don't respect her for it. Like I don't want to say I respect her for it, but for a viewer, I'm like, okay, that was somewhat entertaining. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it, but I was entertained. So
okay, all right.
So it's a thorny rose.
A thorny rose. Okay, we love a thorny rose. So, okay, next up, MJ and Justinia facing off ahead of the cocktail party, because a lot of Bachelor Nation, like we mentioned, was not feeling MJ last night. Rose or thorn for the face-off?
I feel like I want to give it a thorn because I'm so over all this drama, and it's like I'm just over it. Like, can we move on from all this bullying and drama? But I give it a rose because I'm all about standing up, and like, so like, well, this is like maybe like a rosy thorn. I'm gonna steal Lauren's idea, because like when there's an issue in the room, there's like the elephant in the room, like you got to address it, right? So, but like MJ in particular, I'm not a fan of her. Gotta be honest, just not a fan of her.
Lauren?
I completely agree. I am not either. I think the way that she was talking to Justina was rude and just like very belittling. And so, yeah, thorn for MJ, rose for
Justinia. Okay.
And for standing up for herself and like, yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. So thank you for saying it far more eloquently.
And the super tease shows that there's an appearance from Heather coming. So what do we think about that, rose or thorn? Oh, Lauren just is thorning it up over there.
So many opinions about this. This is a big thorn. I like Heather a lot. I really enjoyed her on Colton's season. And I feel like they're setting her up for disaster.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think anybody who comes back from previous seasons ever really, like, doesn't ever bode well for them, does it? Like, I mean, Nick on Caitlin's season, he got pretty far.
I mean, he got like runner-up, but still, I feel like after they already brought 5 girls in, and then they're gonna bring, she already has a connection, Heather has a connection to Matt from Hannah Brown because she's like best friends with Hannah Brown, and Hannah Brown's friends with Tyler Cameron and Matt. So they have a connection. So I feel like she's going into this thinking that maybe he wanted her to be there, and then he's going to be blindsided. These are just all my theories, and I'm just very worked up about it because I think she's just going to get hurt by it.
I honestly 100% agree with your theories. I mean, we all know that this season needs some more zest to it because there's not an awful lot of traveling. So this sweet girl who's also very young is like, oh, you know, she hears from her best friend, this is a great guy. He's the Bachelor. Oh, I wish I had a chance. And then he's like already developed. I mean, now Chris Harrison said we are over halfway, or we've like, you know, broke that threshold. So he's already developed feelings for other girls, and this other sweet girl comes in, and maybe it would have worked out in the beginning, but I don't foresee it working out coming in this late, you know?
It's late in the game. Right. All right. Well, Lauren, Jamie, thank you both so much for joining us today on this episode of Bachelor Tea Party. That wraps it up for us. In the meantime, make sure you guys go and like our Facebook fan page, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.